Okay, do you hear me now? It is on. Is it on? Okay. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. We have an exciting morning today. Our council, and now I asked them if, because we're going to be playing a game, if this means that they're avoiding our questions, but if they don't answer all our questions, they're going to have to come back. So anyway, we're excited about our new season. We have a theme this year revolving around community, what it means to be in good, loving community, where we find community. Our community is going through a lot of transition, and so many of the speakers we have coming this year are going to be kind of talking about community and kind of helping us walk through transitions as well. Along with, the work our council does. So we have the council this week. We have Stump the Pastor next week. Then we have Krista Lind from the Synod coming. She is going to kind of do some discernment work with us, and she's fabulous. And then we'll be going into some speakers along the lines of some of our Native American relationships and work that we do. So we have a great season ahead. One plug from the communion group. Please sign up to help with communion on Sundays. It doesn't magically happen. You can sign up for a one-time slot. It doesn't really take much to do it. Last week, I was just asked when I was sitting there, can I help? And I said, sure, piece of cake. So, but it is nice to have people help. So please take a look and sign up for that. And with that, thank you, Council.
This is Trinity. Let's hear it for the Trinity game show. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me? I'm on a mic. Oh, it just needs to be closer. A little bit closer. Okay. Pastor Peter's on it. All right. So today we're going to do something really fun for Stump the Council. We will have time afterwards for questions. So don't fret. Your questions will get answered. But to start things out, we're going to do a little bit of a game show format. So here's the rules. Teams compete to win. We've got 2 teams. 1 team member at the buzzer at a time. Got it? Okay. First to buzz in has 5 seconds to answer, so don't just buzz and then try to figure out the answer later. Okay. Wrong answer, the next buzzer gets to guess, so don't be afraid to buzz second, right? No internet, no phones, no looking up answers. Got it? Everybody? Cool. Awesome. Hi, Pastor Jen. All right, so who are our teams? I'd like you to welcome Team 1, the OGs. Applause, applause. Hey, so we've got Peter, John, and Bill, and you know what? We could use one more person on this team. So,
All
Jill.
right. We're looking at OG, someone who's been here more than 20 years at the church.
More than 20 years.
Anyone in the audience been here more than 20 years and willing to come help our OG team?
What does OG stand for? Original Gangsters.
Gangsters.
Yeah. Oh, guys. All right, let's hear it for Ann.
Woohoo!
Welcome, Ann. Awesome.
Now they got a ringer.
Nice. All right, so this is
on
the OGs.
The OGs, we have Bill Bjorum, John Hodler, and Pastor Peter.
Yeah. And Ann Wolf.
And Ann Wolf.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, next team, Team 2, the newbies. These are people who haven't been at Trinity quite as long. We've got Jen, Tina, and we need a couple more volunteers from the audience. Jill?
And I think you had sourced someone out over in this area who might have been a willing participant.
Yeah, there are a couple people. Let's welcome Randy to the stage. Randy, come on up, come on up.
Okay. Randy, come on
Nice.
down.
All right,
You're
we
the
can
next
use
contestant on
one more volunteer, maybe Dustin.
Dustin?
Come on up. Yeah, let's hear it. God, you guys are such good sports. Being randomly selected from the audience today.
Randomly,
All right.
yes. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I'd like you to each choose a scorekeeper for your team. So who's going to keep score here? All right. Awesome. Okay. Here we go. So the way this is going to work is we've got 5 categories. The categories are Trinity Trivia, Pastoral Transition, Getting Involved, Lutheran Lifestyle, and Wild Card. All right? Beyond, this is, God is watching. All right, so this is our game board. I'd like to welcome our first 2 contestants, Pastor Peter, Pastor Jen. Let's hear it. Woo! Come on up, right here. I'll give you one test buzz on the buzzer, just to make sure the buzzers are working. Nice, nice, very good. All right, and we're going to alternate which team gets to choose the category. So I'm going to start with our newbies. What would you like?
I will take pastoral transition for 100.
Pastoral transition for 100. Well, it's on in the middle here. I don't know. Can you hear it? Okay.
Speak into the mic.
Hello, I'll take pastoral transition for 100.
All right, you can set the mic down. Pastoral transition for 100. Who is Trinity's interim pastor?
That was quick.
Who had it
buzzer.
first? I think it was you.
Who is Pastor Jen?
Nice. Yeah, right.
100.
That one
100
goes to the
Pastor
OGs.
Jen Hackbarth.
Nice.
Yes,
All right,
Pastor
so-
Jen Hackbarth, who joined us in July and will help the Trinity Council entire congregation facilitate the pastoral transition process.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Next two contestants, come on up. Tina and John. All right. Come on up. All right, let's go to the OGs. Category is
Pick Trinity trivia for 400.
whoa, going big. Trinity trivia for 400. All right, here we go. As it pertains to Trinity's Constitution, explain the difference. I did not plan this. Between a bylaw and John. Use the microphone.
Give him the mic.
Okay.
A bylaw is
Tell the people.
a bylaw is a explanation or a more detailed explanation of how the Constitution paragraph it pertains to is actually implemented, and is approved by the congregation. Not necessarily. A continuing resolution is a more detailed explanation, which really gets into all the details that pertains to both that bylaw and the Constitution paragraph, and can be approved either by a 2/3 vote of the congregation, or the council, or a majority vote of the congregation.
Nice job. All right, Jill, let's go to Jill for, was he right? I think he was spot on.
Yes, he was correct.
Spot on.
In the ELCA,
Nice
including
job.
the St. Paul Area Synod, bylaws and continuing resolutions are both governing documents that are part of the Constitution, but they differ in their scope and level of detail and difficulty of amendment.
Nice. Nice job.
Very good.
All right.
Very good. Prez.
Okay, so we got OGs in the lead. All right, next contestants, come on up.
Randy and Bill.
Randy and Bill. Let's hear it, okay? All right, Randy, what do you want? What category are you looking at here?
Well, since I've only been a Lutheran for like 2 years, I'll do Lutheran lifestyle.
Lutheran lifestyle for 100? For 100. For 100. All right, here we go. What does ELCA stand for? Nice, Randy.
Evangelical Lutheran Church of America.
Yes, that's
Yes.
accurate. Nice job.
100
Great.
points.
Good.
Way to go,
stuff.
Randy.
He said of America.
Of America. Will we accept of America or in America?
It's close. It's a
Close
preposition. In
enough.
of.
Okay, okay.
Does it have to be? You got the.
There you go. I agree.
Good
I
argument,
agree.
Dustin.
Okay, nice. All right, next contestants, come on up. Nice, Dustin and Ann. All right. Okay, what category are we going to choose here?
Wild card for 200.
Wild card for 200. All right, you guys ready for this? Okay, what original industry led to Stillwater's growth in the 19th century? And lumbering. Will we take lumbering?
Lumbering or logging, correct.
Logging, nice job. Nice.
You were ready.
That's all right. All right, next contestants, please. Come back on up. Great job.
I get to pick again?
Yeah.
Well, we do have control of the board, but
Okay, try to keep the trash talking.
I'll take Lutheran lifestyle for 400.
Oh, okay. Lutheran lifestyle for
This is a
400.
good one.
How many ELCA churches does Stillwater have? Ooh, who had it first? Who was it? Pastor Jen. Yeah.
What'd you say?
5 seconds to answer. 4, 3, 4. Is that Jill? Do we accept that answer? No, we're going over to Pastor Peter.
the Trinity.
Correct.
Do you want me to give the
Yeah.
names too?
Sure, go ahead.
you
For the
got it.
audience.
Jill will give you the names.
It's 3. Trinity, Our Saviors, and St. Paul Lutheran are
That's
the 3
right.
LC
Nice.
churches. And
Nice job.
there is one in Bayport and Lake Elmo, but
Bayport
those are
and Lake
technically
Elmo.
not Stillwater.
Yep. Nice.
try. Very
Nice
close.
job. All right, come on up. All right, what are we going to do for category here?
Pastoral transition for 400.
Going big. This guy's going big. All right, pastoral transition for 400. What is the purpose of the call committee? Oh, I'm going to go with Tina. Tina, grab the microphone. Go ahead. Tell the people.
The purpose is to have a good representation of what the church is looking for and to vet out the next person to lead our wonderful church.
Yeah, Jill?
I'd accept that as an answer.
Yeah, nice
So
job.
Using the guidance of the ministry site profile, the call committee will review pastoral applicants, interview them, and ultimately select a candidate for the new lead pastor.
Nice, thank you. Nice pastoral transition for 400. All right, next candidates, or next contestants, come on up.
Oh, Bill and Randy.
All right, what's our
Let's do
category?
wild card for 400.
Wild card for 400. All right, here we go. How many tons of cut rock make up the resurrection wall in front of the sanctuary? Is it 21 tons? Jill?
Nice. Yes. you are
Yeah. What?
correct.
Nice.
That's impressive.
That was good. All right, that was, well, I know,
Points
right?
for the newbie team.
Exactly. Okay, next contestants, come on up. All right, come on up. What category?
Getting involved for 400.
Getting involved for 400. You guys are really going big with the 400s here. All right, getting involved for 400. Name at least one of the many local organizations supported by Trinity's mission team. Ann.
World Health.
Local.
Local.
That's all right. That was 5 seconds. I'm sorry. Let's go to Dustin.
Valley Outreach?
Valley Outreach.
Yes,
Jill?
that is
Yeah,
correct.
nice. All right, Jill, tell us more about the
All
mission
right.
team.
Local organizations Trinity supports may include Angel Tree Christmas Gift, Community Thread, Dream of Wild Health Farm, Valley Outreach, Last Sunday Supper, Housing Strategy and Advocacy Team, Settled, Emergency Housing Services Building Project, Afghan Refugees, Solid Ground, and Family Means.
Nice. That's a lot of organizations supported by our mission team. Thanks, missions team. All right, next up, let's go. Who's up? Okay, here we go. We're back up. All right, what category?
Flip, so you've never picked yet.
Yeah, we'll switch it up. You pick.
I'll do pastoral transition for 300.
Pastoral transition for 300. What is the ministry site profile and why is it important? Pastor Jen.
Ministry site profile is a long document that's created by the transition team that outlines ministry's missions and goals and what it's looking for in a pastoral candidate.
Nice job, Jill. How do we do?
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
nice.
adequate.
Nice.
So the MSP is a document template used by congregations seeking to call a new rostered minister of the ELCA. It's developed by the transition team. It's presented to the congregation for awareness, used by prospective pastors to better understand Trinity and our needs, and communicates congregation-specific considerations for the new pastor.
All right, we're mixing it up. So, Tina, you choose a category.
I'll choose Lutheran Lifestyle for 300, please.
Lutheran Lifestyle for 300. No, can't do that one. Hold, please. Oh, my gosh, what happened? All right. Gotta go back here, and then I lost all my markings. That's all right. We'll try it again. Lutheran Lifestyle for 300. Here we go. Who is the new bishop-elect of the ELCA?
I can see his face.
Oh, this is tricky. Do you want to consult with... Oh, go ahead,
I'll go this way.
John.
He's a former.
Do you want to use the microphone?
He's a former pastor.
Do you know his name? Okay, no. All right. All right, Tina?
Can I consult with my...
Yeah, no. Jill, what is the answer here?
The answer is, where was it? Where'd it go? Oh, Reverend Yahil Curry,
Yeah?
who was elected July 30th to a
seat.
6-year term as presiding bishop of the ELCA.
Nice. All right, I lost my marking, so you're going to have to keep me honest here on what's already been done. But come on up, next team. I think we did all the 400s, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, and we did.
A lot of 200s left.
What's left here? Okay. Oh, thanks. That's super helpful. Sorry, team. You guys both have the same ones, so that's good. Okay, we did wild card. We did this one. I think we're good. All right. Bill.
Trinity trivia.
Trinity trivia. Okay, for 300. Who is this person? Bill. Nice. Jill?
Yes, Reverend. Actually, it's Reverend Pastor Betsy Dart. But
she is
we'll take Dahmer. That was her
Yeah.
previous name. When she was the pastor here.
And she was Trinity's first female pastor.
First female pastor.
Yeah, and when was she here, Jill?
She was here from 79 to 95.
Yeah, it's a long time. I know. All right, next contestants, please.
We'll try wild card 100. Take it easy.
Wild card for 100. Ready? Name 3 popular places to get ice cream in the St. Croix Valley. And
Nelson's, Selma's, and the Marine Ice Cream Store.
oh, good. I will accept that, even though I didn't have it on
bonus
the
one,
list.
yes.
But do you want to read off all
We
of them
had
here?
Selma's,
you.
Nelson's, Leo's, Mabel's, Minnesota Ice Cream, Barbara Ann's, Lake Elmo Creamery, and the Marine Ice Cream. Excellent.
Nice. All right, next contestants, please.
Pastor?
And that was wild card 100.
Let's go getting involved, 300.
Getting involved for 300. Which of the following is not one of Trinity's groups or organizations? Abide Readers, Bridge for Trinity, Helping Hands, Fine Arts Team, Thursday Tidiers. Who had it first here? I didn't even finish the question. Pastor Peter.
Outer space.
Is he correct, Jill? Yes, Outer Space.
Correct.
Is not
Outer
a
space
group.
is not.
Not yet.
Hi. Not yet.
But
Yes.
if you're interested, you can certainly start any group.
Yes.
If you have an idea or a passion you'd like to try, please contact Pastor Jen and any member of the Trinity staff.
Nice. Thanks, Jill. All right. Getting involved 300. Yeah, that's what they're called, the tired
Go with
Tired
Lutheran
men's
Lifestyle 200.
Lutheran Lifestyle for 200. All right. How large is the ELCA in the United States?
What do you mean by what
Not multiple.
All right, take a guess. John.
1,300,000.
Jill?
Nope.
Tina?
Does she want to guess?
You
See
got
who's closest?
He said 1,300,000. You got it. You got to guess? 2,500,000. Who's
The
closer?
newbies are closer.
Nice,
It's
Tina.
3.3 million baptized members.
3.3 million. And I think we are one of the largest churches in America. Is that correct?
ELCA is one of the largest Christian denominations in the United States with 3.3 million baptized members in more than 8,900 worshiping communities across the 50 states and in the Caribbean. Data as of 2020.
Nice. All right, come on up. Next contestants, please. We got 6 more choices here. What can I?
Your choices. Is my turn?
Yeah.
Let's do trivia, Trinity trivia for 200.
Trinity trivia for 200. Trinity has recently established a security task force. Name 2 or more initiatives the task force are in the process of implementing. Bill.
Security, building security.
Door security, building security. Jill, will we accept that as an answer?
Yeah, I think that covers
Nice.
more of them.
All
This
right.
was in a recent Trinity blast to everyone. If you didn't see, the doorbell was installed, I think, on Thursday. So a couple of the things that they've done is swap the library space for the old nursery. They installed a buzz-in system like a video doorbell on 4th Street. They add a monitored camera to the front entrance, and they moved the AA meetings from room 108 to the youth room. And they also provide classroom keys to LADC teachers for emergency lockdowns, and they draft and have implemented a predatory offender policy with the guidance from the ELCA.
Nice. Thank you. If
Nice
you're
work.
interested in getting involved with that committee, who do you talk to?
Mark Gieske. is the chair of that committee.
All
So
right,
if you have
next
any interest or
contestants,
questions.
come on up.
Trinity Trivia for 100.
Trinity Trivia for 100. What year was Trinity founded?
Come on.
No,
I'll give you a hint. We just had 150th
All right, take a guess.
anniversary.
We'll take whoever's closest.
Come on.
Anne.
1908.
No. Let's quiet in the audience, please. Quiet. 1853. All right. No.
Yes,
All right,
nope.
Dustin.
Would you like to guess, Dustin?
What's your guess? We'll take whoever's closest.
1873.
Very close. He's
Very
closer.
close.
It's 1871. We celebrated our 150th in 2021.
Ah, nice.
If you haven't
Good one. All right.
haven't seen our beautiful history book done by Mrs. Stowe, this was our 150th anniversary that she published through 2021 information. So
Study up for next year's trivia contest.
I have a plug for the book.
All right.
Getting involved for 100.
Getting involved for 100. What was the destination for the high school faith formation trip this summer, Pastor Peter? Montana.
Yes,
Jill?
Montana Flathead Lutheran Bible Camp.
Yeah.
The high school explored God's creation, pushed their limits, and grew closer as a group.
Nice. All right, next up. We're getting down to the wire here.
We'll take
Do you want to do
pastoral
a
transition for 200.
score check to see how close they are?
Oh, did you guys add yet? No.
Okay.
We don't want to know.
Okay, we'll wait till the end.
Nice. All right.
Sounds
Say that
good.
again. What
Where
would you say?
Pastoral transition for 200.
Pastoral transition for 200. What is the role of the transition team? John. Microphone.
Is to do a thorough listening and searching of the congregation's will and their issues to develop the ministry site profile, which becomes the document that the call committee uses to work with the Synod to bring applicants for evaluation for the future pastor.
Jill?
Yes, that is a very good answer.
Nice.
So
Good
the transition
job.
team works with the interim pastor to document who we are as a church and what kind of leadership we want or need at this time. We are currently accepting applications for the transition team now through September 21st. Apply at the Trinity website or pick up an application form in the church office.
And we would love to see your application come in. All right, we've got
Important
two more
job.
left. All right, let's come up to the. You got this, you got this. Okay, what are we going to do? Getting involved or wild card?
Whose choice?
I think it's Bill's choice.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'll take wild card for 3.
Wild card for 300. How does Moses make his coffee every morning? Randy.
Very carefully.
Very good answer, but not the correct answer. Bill, do you have an answer?
I didn't know they had coffee.
Nice try. Jill, what was the answer?
He brews it.
He brews it.
Get it?
Ba-dum-bum.
He brews it. He brews it. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. All right, we got one left. Come on up.
I get to pick it this time.
Right? Who gets to pick? All right. Dustin, what are you thinking?
Getting involved 200.
Getting involved for 200. All right, here we go. What is the Sunshine Ministry? Anne.
Making
3.
dish towels for flowers, for roses,
Oh,
for 75-year-olds and certain increments.
Jill.
That is very good.
That
I
is
will take that.
correct.
So the
you wanna-
Sunshine Ministry sends a rose. She
All right,
got
have a
the-
seat so
the
Jill can
Sunshine Ministry
explain.
sends a rose to Trinity seniors on their birthdays when they turn 75, 80, 85, and 90, and every year thereafter. They are financially supported through the sale of dishcloths and hand-decorated kitchen towels.
Nice. Has anyone received a rose from the Sunshine Ministry in this room? Oh, nice. I love it. All right, well, that brings us to the end of our formal game, but don't worry, because we now have a bonus round. Let's hear it for the bonus round. All right, it's anybody's game, because each of these questions is worth 500 points. You're going to choose one courageous team member to compete in the bonus round from your team. All right, discuss, figure out who you're going to send. One courageous team member. Who we got? John. Okay, come on up. Who are you sending? Come on up. Come on up.
Prez versus Vice. Oh, Prez versus.
All right. This is good. This is going to be great. Okay, final scores will be calculated after this round. Buzzers, let's give the buzzers one test buzz. Make sure they're working. Okay, sounds good. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Who is the current director of the Trinity Children's Choir? John.
Oh, I know. I can see her face. I can see her face.
All right, Jen.
Pastor Jen.
Sonia.
Oh, man.
We right?
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. Nice
Way to
job.
go, newbie.
All right, next question. What was the 500? What was the name of the first house worship band which started in 1988?
Went
Don't
on to
look at your
fame and
team,
fortune.
John. First house worship band. Some of our audience members
They
know
still
it, I think.
sing in pieces around here.
All right.
Current members.
Shh.
Should I give you a
Quiet
hint?
from the audience here. Anybody know?
Should I give you a
This is
hint?
worth 500 points.
Founding members included Phil Cadidlo and Robin Kane.
Can I get a?
All right, we'll take an audience answer for this one. Witness. Yes, that is
Witness.
correct. Witness.
The founding members were Robin Kane, Phil Cadidlo, Nancy Duncan, and Craig Keenan. They marked the start of Trinity's first contemporary worship service.
Yeah, 1988. Ahead of their time. No points for that one. All right, get ready. Here we go. Next bonus round question. What do the colors on Trinity's new LGBTQIA+ flag stand for? Name 2 or more. Pastor Jen.
Oh, I have to know what they actually stand for.
Yeah, that's the question.
That I
Okay. Any guesses? I heard that from the audience. Let's
Can I hit the button too?
Yeah, John. He just wanted to press the button. Yeah.
Well, it stands for the letters, and it's lesbian, gay,
Microphone. Thank you.
lesbian, gay, transgender, queer, indigenous, and intersex. And
All right.
And trans.
All right, so such a good question.
Yeah, the
Right, we were
colors
asking about the
actually-
colors, but great effort.
Yes.
Jen.
It's rainbow. So it starts at the top with lesbian, right? And then goes down.
These are great guesses. Jill?
So, the 2021 Intersex Inclusive Pride flag, now displayed at Trinity, is the most up-to-date flag. Trinity's commitment to inclusion is at the heart of Pride Justice Team. Contact Karen Gieske for more information about being an ally and advocate supporting our siblings. So, what they actually, each color actually has a meaning. So, red symbolizes life, orange stands for healing, yellow equals sunlight, green stands for nature, indigo represents serenity, white, violet symbolizes the spirit of LGBTQ people, plus people. White, pink, and light blue represent the transgender community. Black and brown represent communities of color. Black is also a nod to the thousands of individuals that the community lost during the HIV/AIDS crisis in the 80s and 90s. And the yellow and purple colors are gender neutral, and the unbroken circle symbolizes completeness and the right of intersex people to be recognized as whole and valid as they are.
I know. Well, we're all learning
Now we
today.
all
We're
know.
all learning. All right,
lot to
nice
know.
job. Nice job. All right, last bonus round question, 500 points. On average, does more people attend worship service in person or online this summer? I'm going to go Pastor Jen.
I'm going to say in person.
Jill?
Nope.
All right. Do you have another answer? John, online. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. We consistently have more online
Yes.
views and attendance than we do with both in-person services combined, right?
And what time frame was this from your stats?
That was drive-in time frame.
Okay, so
Yep.
from Memorial Day
This
to
summer.
Labor Day, the average
Yep.
of 314 people watched online each week, while an average of 248 people attended in person. About 2/3 of the in-person were drive-in, and 1/3 attended the traditional service in the house.
Yeah, I was super surprised when I found that out as well. Okay, so that's the end of our trivia. Let's take a
What's
look
the
at our scores.
Newbies,
Did some quick
what's
math.
your total?
Tina, come on up. Yeah, go ahead.
What's your total, newbies?
We lost.
Come on up.
We're all winners.
All right, what is our total? 2,400 for the newbies, and for the OGs,
3,200.
3,200. We have our winners. Nice job. Congratulations. Great job. Well, thank you, teams. Let's get another round of applause for our teams. And now we have about 25 minutes to move into actual Q&A from everyone. So Jill's got a microphone. You guys can return to your seats if you like. Nice job. Let's hear it for our audience volunteers. All right, and I'm going to take a seat over here. Jill, do you want to facilitate this?
Good question. I will. Yeah, so my question to the council is this, and it's not a current question necessarily, but what is the methodology for handling conflict in the congregation? Do you have a plan in which conflict would be handled? And I'll add just a quick story in context to the question. I have helped congregations in transition and asked in a forum in a particular congregation, what is your method?
A little bit closer. It's on.
Really close.
Okay.
I'll
eat it.
That's okay.
Is it good?
So in a congregational forum, in one congregation, I asked that question, what is your method of conflict management? And one brave soul said, well, we just ignore it and wait for it to go away. And so my follow-up question to that one was, and how has that worked for you?
So I can start by saying the Constitution outlines exactly how to kind of handle conflicts in the congregation. So that's something that, I have two mics, so it's not enough. And so I'm going to pass it on to John to explain how that's worked in the past.
Well, I'm not sure it worked in the past really well, but and I'll speak for myself because we haven't really had this conversation in great detail, except we have talked in the council about how our first step is to listen and not respond. Listen. And then at some point, we must then take those issues. If, for example, if it's a personnel issue, we have to take it to the appropriate staffing person. But if it's a conflict between members about doctrine, ideology, they don't like the music, we have to talk about that and then sit down with more than one person as an independent, I would say, not a mediator, but someone that comes to that so that there are two or more people talking with that individual to talk through the issues. And then, unfortunately, those things can escalate and you can never really refine them. So you need then to move probably to a professional person that helps with the conversation about resolving the issue. And at some point, you may never resolve the issue. And so you have to disagree, and folks, unfortunately, have to go their own way. That's, again, the congregation hasn't talked about that. I mean, the council hasn't talked about it in that great detail. But to Kirsten's reference to the Constitution, it's very specific about how those steps take place, up to including the Synod as a resolution of the issue. So we'll talk more about it in detail, but we would probably take the guidance of the Constitution and bring it down to a level that we can handle.
Pretty good answer.
Who's next? Question, sir?
Don't have a curious question since we're fairly new members. I'm just curious about the growth of Trinity compared to the last maybe year or so. Is the church really growing? Are we stagnant? Is there efforts to really try to get new members? I don't know if there's no such thing as advertising, I wouldn't think, but what are the numbers? Is Trinity a growing church, or are we sort of not there yet?
Pastor Peter?
I really want to hear from the council first. I have my own perspective on that, but I'd love to hear what you all think first.
I think you can always support things with statistics, and we have had good new member classes. Over the last 5 years, we have had great participation in new member classes, and those are the folks who are formally joining. I think we have a good grassroots group of folks that come and visit that we can't tally and keep count of, so that's a little harder to know who's visiting and who's We do have a pretty strong New Here campaign upstairs, led by my fearless mother-in-law, who tries to capture new faces. But I would say we're growing. Unfortunately, we are losing members, natural attrition from aging, and I think every church struggles to backfill with younger families. But I think our Wednesday night dinner church has been really well attended and is full of kids, so that's been a good growth. I think we're turning the right corner, because the Sunday school program kind of got very quiet, and the Wednesday night church has really revived that. I think getting the new families back in the church.
I would add to that by saying there are people who join the church, which is pretty visible, but then there are people who leave the church, and there's people who leave noisy, and there's people who leave quiet. And we don't want anybody to leave quiet and nobody notice, right? So if there's someone that you notice hasn't been coming, didn't make a big stink about something, and we know why they're gone, and they're going to give us an earful, reach out to that person, because maybe they just need a little encouragement to come back. We don't want anybody to leave quiet.
I'd just add to that, back to the Jeopardy question about who attends more, online or in person. There's enormous outreach online that I was not aware of until the last few months, that come from all over the United States, not just local. But so now when we talk about members, we probably have to figure out what is the definition of a member. If it's someone that's online, is it someone in person? Is it a combination of both? The old definition of voting membership is you had to commune twice or something like that a year, and it had to be a record of donations. I don't know if that definition of a member stands anymore when we talk about membership. Just, again, something we have to work through.
Something I would add, too, is what is your definition of growth? Metrics are very important and good to know, but there's also how do we measure spiritual growth and depth in the community, and connections and growth of relationships. There's so many ways to look at that. So don't get only caught up in the numbers, but also look at the growth in the congregation as a whole.
That's a little bit of kind of what I was going to say, too, kind of about engagement. I would say engagement at Trinity, at least in my experience, has never been higher than what it is right now. There's just a ton of people really invested and willing to lead, willing to help out. I think willing to kind of take ministries on. I think that piece of it has been really, really strong. I think we, as a community, it's such a church, the church community, and this is kind of where we get back to it's so fluid. Our community is so fluid, both in kind of how folks are being tended throughout a season or a time, depending on kind of movements and shifts. I think generally speaking, we should say though, like, church engagement on a whole is going down. It has been for a long time. But that doesn't, I think it's shifted. The trends are shifting. And online is a huge space for outreach. Online is like a huge space has a ton of opportunity for connection for people. But it doesn't take away also kind of from the engaging inside as well. And I will say too, we one team that we really don't have is like an outreach team. We don't really do that sort of thing. We are very much like an attractional ministry is what I would say. It's like we do expect people to come to us. We have some kind of little advertising and kind of things out in the community, but for the most people, we expect that our relationships, where we are in the community, what we stand for, will be kind of what invites people in. Word of mouth, that sort of thing. We don't have any strategy around what, in 2030, what we expect worship size or to be or anything like that, or projections for our budget on that, or we don't tie any of that to numbers, at least right now, if that's helpful.
This might be a hard thing to do, but is there any program to check on people that don't show up, or somebody that have been given money, all of a sudden it just stops and no more? Is there any program to try to get a hold of those people and say, hey, what's wrong, or why did,
That's a great question. I'll start this one, but obviously have other people chime in. I think internally, the person who keeps the best track of the souls that are at Trinity and tends to that flight manifest is Jeannie Wendorf. She is the keeper of all of the where people are and what they're up to. And again, she would, I think, echo this too, that there has been for lots of years fluidity in people's engagement. We have people on our books who are like, 32 and still want to be connected to Trinity, but live in,
Fargo, North Dakota. My son. Jeannie tracked him down. Jill, you got to give me his right address.
So I don't know how many times, like, a week she's doing that, but she also tends all the obits. She reads all of Bradshaw's, all of Simonette's obituaries to make sure that we don't miss anybody that may, for whatever reason, not have like a very relational or physical connection to Trinity at this point, but is kind of still on our list, still on our crew. Again, not a great strategy for that, but she is kind of the database behind the database on it. And then I'll just say too, I think, that's enough.
So I would add to that by saying, I know when I find out about something, I'll bring it to Pastor Peter or Pastor Jen, and they're like, oh yeah, 17 people already brought this to us, right? I mean, so Trinity is really good at taking care of each other, which makes it a really special place to be.
I'd say this is a follow-up question to that, and I guess I'm kind of surprised that it sounds like we don't know, kind of in some ways maybe, because my family, we have gotten calls on our birthday, and I don't always pick up, but I will say that has been huge, that we have gotten birthday calls, not just us adults, but our teens. So I will say that whoever is doing it, like, don't stop, because that's really important and it feels really good.
I had a couple of questions. First off, does Trinity have an exit plan? I'm kind of thinking that we don't need one, but I'm a Methodist when I'm down in Minnesota, or when I'm out of Minnesota and I'm down in Arizona. Their bishop has asked all the congregations to have an exit plan, and that's because there are so many congregations within the Methodist Church who are leaving the United Methodist Church organization. And there's other reasons for that. But the key thing is that the congregations have exit plans, i.e., are they going to merge with some other church? Or are they going to spin off themselves or do something like that? And next to the question that I would have for Trinity is, are we a part of anybody else's exit plan? And do we have plans to welcome other congregations that we know of anywhere in the vicinity?
Ron, I'll answer this question a little bit different than probably you expected, but it's interesting. You're all going to get a chance. We're going to get a chance to vote on some more mandated constitution changes at the annual meeting, but one of the mandated changes is where the Constitution addresses what you're talking about, a congregation leaving Lutheran Church or maybe becoming something else. It actually says, instead of transferring, it says enter into a relationship with another organization, which I find very interesting. That's the new language. It's no longer transfer or exit. It's a new relationship. So the Lutheran Church is looking at that a little bit different, I guess, more of a more ecumenical type of approach. So I don't know as we have an exit plan, do we? To move in. To my knowledge, we do not have an exit plan, and answer your question. Do you want us to have one? before I give it to Pastor Peter, I know there have been informal conversations of really at a non-official level of, hey, with the number of Lutheran churches in Stillwater, would they be more effective if they joined it some way in a relationship? But from an official or formal manner, I don't think anything's happened there.
I would add that I think it's a timely question because there are two congregations that did just merge into one church in Bayport. And I know that was a long process, and it was a grieving process for some of the church members who ended up having to switch to a different building, right, and merge with a different congregation. So I think it's a really good question for us to reflect on. Pastor Peter, what else are you going to say?
I love that question too, and a couple of things. One, at least in Stillwater, I would say the other two Lutheran churches are in really good space right now. I think they have good leaders. They've got pretty engaging experiences for people relationally, all ages, etc. I think they have no interest in joining us, but we are deeply collaborative with those other congregations, which is great. Also with the Presbyterians, also with the Methodists, also with the UCC and kind of the Congregationalists down in Bayport. A little bit with the Catholics, I think, but we do have good ecumenical relationships in that way, and I think that's been really crucial and really key. I think it's been a great part of ministry here in kind of this season. Is we do have really good friends in that space, not looking to merge or change kind of who each other is in that, but very much kind of lifting each other up. There is one congregation in Somerset, Christ in Somerset, that has had some kind of, has reached out to a number of churches to look for support, for help, for consistency. That hasn't really gone anywhere, but I do think there are churches like that who are considering kind of what's next in that manner, but not any others that I'm aware of other than Christ in Somerset, who are kind of looking for that support.
We have a fairly large building, and we have the preschool. Have you had discussions about other ways that we can use our building within the community to provide any kind of support or functionality in making us even more part of the community? And just curious as to if those discussions have happened.
Penny, there have been lots of discussions, but nothing concrete has come from them. I'll give an example. Several years ago, there was a lot of discussion about could we convert and should we convert the gym into some type of a homeless shelter or emergency housing. The problem there, as we looked at the infrastructure for people to get to it, there are no bus lines. There is no way for those folks experiencing that problem to get to it. And there's also discussions about could you make the gym into a community center for high school kids or middle school to come after school. Again, got into some logistics issues. How would they get there, et cetera. So there's lots of discussions, but again, during the transition time, it's a great time if some people has a suggestion and a way to implement it. That's almost more important than the ideas. How would it be implemented? So it could be a functioning program of some type. So there's lots of discussions, but nothing concrete.
We do have a pretty good rental agreement, like with Valley Chamber and Valley Corral. I mean, we tried. Oh, sorry. Yep. We do have a good, we are a good resource for the arts. There's a lot of concerts that take place that aren't Trinity-born concerts, so we try to do that. The trouble with some of the logistics is then it takes staffing, security, cleanup, so some of that, protecting the space and utilizing the space, it's a nice balance. So it's great if we have permanent residents, like we have the Croy Center, rentals. Those are permanent tenants that help support. But you're right, transition would be a great time to talk about. We have a lot of space. Luckily, the LADC
is a huge
really
partner and really does take up a ton of the kind of physical footprint right now of Trinity. that also is like a lot of even gym space, that kind of thing, is really a big part of LADC and kind of our relationship with them. But the other, I just echoing about the arts piece too. I think really offering our space to musicians, to events that are happening, conversations in the valley kind of stuff. If you want to hear about a grant proposal that Ann Wolf just put together to kind of bring regional national speakers to the valley, Trinity is the site of that because our space really does offer a great venue for that kind of thing. And we have utilized it quite a bit, and I think that's where we can be a partner with the community in that sharing of space.
I was just going to say, maybe in relation to that, with the heightened political situation, is with a lot of the rhetoric that is going on politically, nationally, and stuff, is Trinity prepared to do anything to basically protect its congregation members from either physical attack or emotional attack, the rhetoric that goes on that is very hateful currently? Does that make sense? Because certainly when I talk to people, a lot of people say, or I read online, people say they're just so disinterested in their local congregations because they feel that the congregation doesn't really respond to what's happening in our current world, our current country. Anyway.
I'll start
Yeah.
with that. We do have a very good relationship with the local police department, which is right across the street, which is incredibly convenient. Anytime we do get any whisper of a threat, we're made aware of it. Right away, we're all made aware of it, and we do involve the police department there to do extra drive-bys and things like that. I would say which is a really big reason why we've implemented the security task force and now have the cameras and things like that. So that's sort of our first line of defense. But Peter, if you did you want to add to this at all, or okay?
I just want to say, just as just a plug and a thank you. Obviously, I got to run upstairs now, but we will be live streaming this each week. It will not. We had issues in the past, kind of it being cut off. It won't be cut off anymore. We'll have kind of the extended version, so it doesn't have to be cut off when worship starts anymore. We have kind of a separate, dedicated stream for the Sunday Forum as well. Just putting it out there too. But thank you for the questions. Thanks for being a part of this conversation.
I want to take a pause in case anyone wants to head up to 11 o'clock service. We'll stay around for questions, but if anybody wants, feel free to head up to church. Don't want to make it awkward for you to
and Randy, I would just add, based on your question, I'm right here. Hi. This is something we talk about at literally every single council meeting. And we email about it in between, and it is so top of mind for our council. It is something that we're constantly figuring out how to help, what to do. So happy to take your input, but it's huge for us. Yep.
Thanks. All right. Well, we'll stick around. I think the council would stick around for questions unless any of you need to get up to church. No? We're here?
Are you pointing at me like, go to church?
I don't know if you were...
I set up during the last service.
Have you been to church, young lady?
I was listening on my phone while I was setting up.
I'm going to let you guys just go ahead and ask questions, but I want to thank the council so very much. This has been great. Thank you for the game.
We
John
could do this
survived,
every Sunday,
so that's
couldn't
really
we?
good.
John, we'll do this every Sunday.
No, and really, let's give them a big round of applause for all that they do for us. And we just really appreciate the hard work that you do for Trinity, and just you're a great team, and we so appreciate it. So thank you for being
Thanks,
here,
Penny.
and I think we'll have you come again sometime.
Thank you.
1971 Trinity history and the 2021 that has some fun stuff to look at. You might even be in here if you've been around an OG.
I also pulled a lot of questions from the new missions guide. So if you want to take a look at that, the ministry, what was it called? The ministry guide? There's a whole bunch over here. Ministry guide. You'll have all the answers. Are there any other questions? Thanks, everyone. Oh, Gary.
No, I have a question. The agenda for the council, the things that you decide to address, are they given to you by the pastors? Do you develop your own agenda? What drives the agenda for the council?
Since the pastors aren't here. Right now, with the interim, we have a list of outstanding items and also continuing items that we need to address at every meeting. For example, the task force, we look at that, and then, but basically what I do is I put together an agenda based on a continuing list of items that we need to address along with the routine, and then sit down with the interim pastor the week before the meeting and go through and say, okay, is this what you would like to address? And usually it's, yeah, it's okay. I don't know how it will work with the new pastor, but that's what we're doing now. Yeah. Because things will change, which is good.